it's Darren from BareTalkTV, but not just Darren. I'm with the current Miss British Columbia, Arshdeep Purba of Surrey.
Yeah.
Right, I understand it's the first year ever that Surrey won
Yes.
the Miss BC pageant. So first, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
And you're Miss BC 2017,
Yes.
although that carries over a little bit into 2018. Tell me a little bit about your experience. It's almost been a year.
Yes.
Since you won your crown. So what are some of the highlights of your year?
Right, it's been insanely fast. I can't believe it's almost over, 2 more months left. And I've been able to do so much this whole year, from volunteering at events in the community all over British Columbia to walking fashion show runways, which these experiences I never thought I'd be able to experience, but I'm just so thankful for this opportunity and to be able to do this and be involved in the community. Yeah.
So what led up to you winning Miss BC? How does that go about selecting a Miss British Columbia?
Right, so Miss British Columbia is all about the poise and the grace that one presents in the community. We look more towards the inner beauty and towards what you can do to help and make a difference in the community, whether it's just a community of you and your friends or in the community of the city, which I've been doing. And I think it's a great experience to grow and develop and become great leaders in our society.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I understand the competition is a 3-day event that has contestants from every corner of the province coming to just one place. What is that like with about 50 other contestants during those 3 days leading up to the event?
Yeah, you know, Darren, it's such a special bond because there are women and girls from all over British Columbia. And these special relationships that we have with each other, we're going to carry these for quite some time. And I still talk to so many people from my year. And it's just so amazing to see how we each of us are growing and developing, even the ones that don't win the title. It's so special to have that connection. Yeah.
Now, during those 3 days, I know it's not just, okay, here's a pageant, let's do one, but they train you really well in a lot of things that seems to be not just training for a pageant, but life skills training.
Oh, yeah.
What is some of the training involved that you get during this experience?
Yeah, so there's healthy lifestyle and how to maintain your health and how to maintain proper nutrition so that your body gets the fuel that it needs to do amazing things. From that all the way to self-defense, because it's so important for women to be able to defend themselves in certain situations and to have that workshop and that experience and to be able to have a hands-on, because at the end of the workshop, the people that train, they dress up in suits and we get to use those moves on them, which is so crazy because I never thought I'd be able to beat up someone just like that. So having that experience, it's crazy. And it's so empowering because it's like you can totally do this if you wanted to.
And I know there's a lot of speaking training too, like a lot of training for interviews, because as Miss BC, well, here you are in another interview. I know you've done many and you have to do a lot of events. So I know they train you in presentation skills and speaking skills. And what I will say, I mean, I saw you before you entered the pageant. That's almost a year ago, and got to know you a little bit as Miss BC, and you're so polished. Like, you've come a really long way just in your charisma and your character. That some of that from the Miss BC pageant?
It is. I have to give all the credit to Miss BC pageant because that workshop really just motivated me to step out there because I was just so insecure. I moved here from India when I was 5 years old with my family, and moving here was one of the biggest struggles I had to go through. Learning the language of English. I know it seems very simple now to say, but back then as a 5-year-old, when you're in school with so many peers and with your teachers, and it's hard to understand what they're trying to communicate to you. So overcoming that big fear of mine to speak on a public stage, during the Miss BC workshops, that was one of the workshops that impacted me the most and really just allowed me to grow and develop as a person.
And I understand that is what Miss BC is all about, is providing leaders for young women within the community. And the pageant is coming up for 2018 already in just 2 months. They are still accepting applications for Miss Teen BC, even Mrs. British Columbia. Why should something like this end just because you're married? And Miss BC, missbc.ca if you want more information. Miss British Columbia, a voice for the entire province. What a pleasure to share this stage with you, and all the best on your last 2 months. And this is Darren and Miss British Columbia for Bear Talk Television.